my name is Professor PC, and this is another lesson that we have together. Last time we talked about Qing's minister and his new law, but now I'm going to talk about something different, about an unusual friendship between two men in thousands of years before in China. So I'm talking about like if two men serve for different kings or different rulers in Chinese history, they might be enemies or kill each other in the final. But this time, these two men serve for different lords and dukes for the first time, and they nearly killed each other when they first met. But after these things happened, they became good friends and served for one king. And how these things happen and why these things gonna happen, this is something called unusual friendship, and I'm gonna explain what happened to you guys. So, first Guan and Bao, they are all ministers in the old king's government, and they are old king's best ministers. And one day the old king died, and two of his sons all want to compete with each other for the position of the king. So questions arrived about who will be the king, and these two kings had a bad conflict. Near the capital, when Guan's army meets Bao's army, Guan used his arrows nearly killed the man who Bao supports. And Guan also commanded the army to strike another competitor's army and nearly kill them all. But when Bao and the man he supports ran away, they became good friends. And both Bao and his king became good competitors. They practiced for day and night till one day they finally became the king. And the man Guan supports was killed in the war. So Guan is very annoyed by what Bao done, but he had to support the new king. Guan thought Bao will make his position change and send him back home, or even throw him into prison. But so he really hates Bao and really hates what he done and what he helped the new king. So he's very angry and returned to his home. But when Bao found out these things, and the king asked Bao who is the good man who can control and administrate the country, and he recommends neither other ministers that supports the new king, but he supports this man, Guan, as the new minister and an important man to administrate the whole country. So, regardless of their personal conflicts and their conflicts before, here Guan was appointed by Bao as the most important position in the country. He's very surprised and felt really, he's got a really good accolade. And when he entered the position, he swears that he will remember what Bao gave him. But Bao says this is the things he deserved, and he's the most hardworking, diligent, and smart people around the kingdom. And then Guan found that Bao is a really good person because he didn't use people according to his personal preparation, but also he's very kind and tolerant. And then they became good friends. When Bao passed over and didn't stand in the position of the administrator of the country, Guan took the position and became the successful administrator and leader of the country for several decades. And their friendship continued until these two men died, because they found that they are very close and alike. And also they are very tolerant people who is kind mind and diligence. So these two men are very famous in the Chinese history because they are very unique. So they are enemies before, they spend lots of good time together after the war. So I'm going to talk to you about this story because I think maybe you think someone is your competitor and you really hate him, hate that guy because you guys are very competitive and he's always want to win you and want to be the best. But sometimes you have to figure out. But when everything's over, he may be the right one who can lead the country, lead the company, or lead a group. So I think friendship sometimes also emerge from enemies and hazard or like hostility. So I think these two men are good examples and models for all of the people nowadays because friends can be changed from like sworn enemies. So this is the end of this class, and I think you guys can remember the story very clearly because this is something very unusual in Chinese history and in world history. And next time, when you went to home, you can check on the internet to find out is there any similar example in your country's history and medieval time or something before that, because this will be very helpful and help you understand the story better in your own country's culture. Thank you very much, and nice to see you this time, and I really hope to see you guys next time. Thanks for your support, and I'm really grateful.